Hi, hello. Today I want to show you a quick video about a big IP. So one of our users run big IP as a virtual machine in KVM hypervisor. So the virtual machine, the big IP virtual edition is provisioned with only one virtual network card. So we call it single NIC or one NIC big IP virtual edition. So and they have a problem when pin a server from the big IP. They got a it's unreachable from the ICMP, and but they got an ARP reply, and so there's an ARP request for the server, but the server responded with ARP reply, and the big IP capture showed the ARP reply, but the ARP is unresolved for the server load, and so that's a weird problem. So I'm going to show you, and so here is my hypervisor. I have a big IP virtual edition running here, which I limited as a one NIC. It is like a single network interface. So both the management and the TMM data plane VLAN runs on the same single network interface. So this is unusual provision, but we support this one NIC. Big IP supported the one NIC interface. So I'm going to console into this big IP one NIC virtual machine. Okay, so it is one NIC. We can show here. There's this is the data plane interface. This is a management interface, but actually they are same interface. Let's see. Right, so the management Linux bridge is on using interface 0. So this is the Ethernet 0 interface. Actually, I can show you LSPCI, so you know it's only one network interface here. Okay. So here it's only one network interface provisioned here. So for one single NIC big IP virtual edition, both the self IP and management use the same IP address. So here is the this is a management interface. The bridge use this IP address 10.372.179, and you also notice there is a VLAN, the data plane VLAN called internal. This is created automatically when the big IP started. The VLAN called internal, and the IP address on this VLAN, data plane VLAN, also using the same IP address as the management IP address. Okay, and so And back to our problem, when we pin the server node, let's pin a server node. And you can see it's ICMP destination host unreachable, and they are on the same subnet, right? The server node is on the same subnet, but the pin is unreachable. So and let's run a TCP down. That's just ICMP. Okay, let's run TCP down on the 0.0 interface. Let's give a host, the host as a server IP, and let's give a ARP or ICMP filter in the TCP down. Okay, I may need to give it a escape. Okay, so we have a TCP down run on the backend at the background. Let's pin the server again. So let's create the TCP down. So did you notice here when I pin the server node, and then there's an ARP request going out from the big IP to query for the server who has the IP address and tell the self IP, and the server responded. I am at this MAC address, so here is a MAC, right? So the big IP actually received the ARP reply from the server, but the pin doesn't work. But let's show net net ARP. There's no ARP record. Server node 10.372.3. So what's the problem? We got the ARP reply, but the ARP record doesn't exist, and that's weird, right? So, and then let's look at let's look at the self IP. So when you run this command, it looks normal, but let's list the let self all properties. Okay, here it shows more hidden field. And one thing I noticed here is the self IP has property allow services. The value is set to long. By default, when the self IP is created, the value is long, meaning does not allow any services for the self IP. So what if we change this? Allow services. Let's just change it from the edit the file directly. Allow services. Let's give it a default. Okay, allow default services. Let's reload the services. Let's reload the configurations. So TCP team shell node sysconfig reload the. There's some warning message, but it's not related to the allow services, so it's loaded OK. Let's list the self or see if it changed. Okay, allow services default looks loaded OK. Now let's pin the server IP again. Now pin works, right? So let's look at the ARP address. Okay, the server IP ARP resolved. Problem is resolved. So how did I know it's the allow services? Because I have my own KVM big IP virtual machine, and I always set it to allow all services. So I never had this problem. But when one of the user provision the KVM virtual machine from Openstack with one single leak, the self IP is created with default setting, with default allow services set to long, and that's why in their virtual machine that the ARP is does not work, and but in my environment it works. So I compare the difference, and I noticed that the self IP allow services is long in their configuration, but not in my configuration, and so I changed this allow services to long, and I can repeat the problem that the customer see. And yeah, so this is a quick video, and in case if you run into any problem like this, and you got ARP reply but the ARP is not resolved, and maybe it's one of the things you pay attention. Okay, thank you, bye.